Hello guys, Mr. King back here once again. Shout out the video. What is Imai Kyosuke go from here inside his career? I don't think I even talked about this once, but overall, whatever able the character, we have some type of story or plot line laid out for him. We already know where they're pretty much already going to go. Kimura's still in between his career, but he's still attached to the boss in life. Aoki obviously got Shinobu. Tay and Katara got their pro debut. The Great Takamura obviously got conquered 6 weight classes. And Ippo is more or less a secondary trainer and a and a good old training partner. But as for like even Itagaki, he's tampering water with his career for a strange reason. He's in a slum, but I already know that. You pretty much already know my theories about why Itagaki. And Miyata also is taking water. But besides that, we see like we kind of what if Ippo comes back, they solve the problem. If Itagaki solves the gym, solve the problem. But for Imai, there's not much for Imai. He's just Japanese champion, and that's more or less it. The last time we cut with the influence of Imai, we did find out that he is a big game hunter. The day that Ippo failed, the day that Ippo lost all, the day that Ippo career died. Imai was like, well, if I can't take on Ryuchi, I take on the next best day. The two of his greatest rivals ever, DKC Sendo, the Mexican killer Tiger out of Osaka, and the prince of all counters, the lightning guy, Miyata Ichiro, were the next 2 people on his hit list. But since then, we've seen one other title fight, and he fought Hoshi, on which both of them showed no type of improvement in their career, and they was pretty much. They look just like how we last left him. The exact same. Hoshi didn't gain some type of brand new title, and Imai was called Mr. 1R, and that was more or less it. For seemingly just because he can knock someone out fast. There's like no technique, there's no feint, there's just no nothing. It's just arm Russian bull style. Just destroy him, fold him up, and pack him up and get him out of here. But besides that, that's it. And he's so far. Like you're up, what I've seen that's not beating no Sendo. That's not going against Miyata. I give him 3 rounds against Miyata, and that's on a bad day. So that's too good for a boy Kyosuke. And it seems like Imai needs not only just an extra technique, but he does need something. He needs to prove or make a statement. He needs to do something where it's just like, this is what I live for. And well, there is one person out there. This is when many ways my career can go, but there is one person out there that does carry on Ippo's legacy. There is one that was potentially could have became one of Ippo's greatest students if he ever did leave. And yes, I was talking about Mr. Hammer now. The liver blow, the solar plexus blow, man. Because arguably, besides from Imai, who got the resemblance to Ippo, he doesn't really. He does have a liver blow, but it's not like Ippo's liver blow. He does attack the body, but it's not like the way Ippo attacks the body, which is some nasty stuff and really tear your insides up. But if you destroy Amers now, destroy what Ippo left behind with his former student, then it'll be like, wow, he just, my goodness, he nearly killed the man. It's not like Hammer now has been doing anything else, as far as you can tell. If aside from Hammer now, of a character we haven't seen yet, there's nobody else to really give Imai any type of competition. As far as we can tell, they haven't really seen too much of anything. And there haven't really been too much of anything else on that end. It's just, well, Imai can fight another no-name guy, but what's the hype behind him? How good was he? Then again, we have had characters like Michael Goat and Fox, where they have showed up and say, no, they're a big deal. And then get obliterated by talking more, but it's just like, Because what I was thinking about the video is this, well, my career can go. I've already brought up times before where Imai's not trying to be Ippo's friend. He's trying to surpass him, trying to be better than him. He's trying to destroy him in the nicest way possible. It's nothing personal. But it's just like, some people train to be next to their good friends, and others train to surpass them. It's just one of those things where Imai I gotta beat him. I gotta fight him. And who else to better do it against than just Ippo's former disciple and Hammer now? Because one caveat is, we haven't seen him in a long time, and we don't know how much he's improved or how much he stayed the same. He has threw himself through the grinder going to go against Ippo. So it's just like it's not like it's impossible for him to get another title fight. That's not implausible. But even if he does, it just yeah. Mm. 'Cause I do like the idea of my destroying that whole. Well, first he destroyed Itagaki. Now he's gonna destroy his other student. Just purely, cause like it's no different what Itagaki was doing when he fought Kurosawa or Sayeki. He didn't have to try to beat Ippo time, but he did. Cause what did I want to be Ippo? He wanted him to be my disciple, Itagaki. We all know that's not true. You have that same thirst for blood against Ippo just like Imai does. The only difference is Kyosuke doesn't hide his true intentions. Well, I can't even say Itagaki hid his true intentions. It's more or less that he genuinely believed that he wanted to be Ippo's friend. But over the years, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. After a few years, you start to size up your own good friend and just start to think, if I can do that to that guy, you're gonna imagine what I can do to Makuryuchi. Hey, Itagaki is guilty as charged. But I don't know. It's just aside from the hammer and out fight, Ippo had like 8 title defenses before he fought like guys like Jimmy Fister or Malcolm. Forget it. I'm calling him Gecko, Magician, Malcolm Gecko, and Wally. So it's not like, well, he just took the belt, he did nothing with it. And then after he fought those international fights with the former other national, the former and current national champions, then he won on a fight somewhere like Death God Gonzalez, which is around the same time Imai decides to put Itagaki to sleep in the corner, using his own time ability against him. You can see the future? Tell me what future you can see now. I can't stop it. Wait a minute. No! He went out in the worst way possible. Ugh, sad. It's sad. But, I can't really see anything else for, Imai. Because, like, he hasn't really showed off or done anything where it's just like, yeah, they just got him a little bit closer to the level of Miyata or Sendo. I've seen nothing. Nothing at all. Cause you gotta think about it, after the recent chapter, it could be well, Imai done something big in as that just and I didn't think about that, cause I did say the last chapter felt like a send off to somebody, or that something was going to change, like the status quo was not going to be the same. And it was just people reacting to the sparring footage. Like I said in that video, that would be one thing. But if Imai managed to do something big, then they explain why Itagaki is learned from. Because it's just reactions to some sparring footage. It's just like, it's not a surprise that people will react this big to it. That the former Japanese champion has fought the current junior lightweight champion. No, the current lightweight champion. How would that not be big news? And he's in retirement. He was either pushing this far. 7 rounds of back and forth action. But it was Imai making something to declare. If it was Imai doing something big, the next announcement's fight. But who knows? Who knows? But then again, there are other characters. Last I checked, Ernie Gregory. I don't believe Ernie retired. Not from what I recall. As far as I can tell, he did not retire. But hey, there's also another possible fight for Imai. There's something else you can also do. Because it's like, I don't see Imai as a character just, just going to dissipate and just go nowhere. And that's why I came up with the whole theory. What if he comes back and lose? And he lose to a point decision against Imai, which would be excellent. But, because it goes to that whole thing where Takamura said, it doesn't mean the Japanese fans are always followers you as well. Because just like how they betrayed, like, I forget who those talking about how they betrayed or turned their back on him, they can turn their back on you. So it doesn't have to be direct foreshadowing that it needs to happen to Ippo, but it's just, that's a way it could go. But, yeah. I did say the chapter oddly did focus on Itagaki as a third character there. So I had to do something Ippo Itagaki or Mishiba. But if it was with Mr. Imai, that would make something. Then again, you got the other dark horse that was a part of the Rookie King Championship that no one brings up anymore. So it's Yeah, yeah. But aside from like potentially fighting Ippo's former disciple, um, or even doing something big like fighting like Ernie Gregory if he's still fighting, or some other featherweight opponent. Maybe he's already fighting international guys. Maybe his next strike is to fight somebody, a Thai from Thailand, or a Korean. Who knows? But besides from that, it's just I can't really think of too much more things that Imai could actually do, especially to bridge the gap between the Miyata and Sendo thing. Cause let's say he does get the fight, it's gonna be worse than AJ Dante. I don't know, man. Sendo have a different level of punching power. This is not like Rookie King Sendo anymore. It's just not. Sendo's is a monster. He's an animal. And with Miyata, it's just if it was bad for him to fight against Itagaki and not try to use that strategy, it's gonna be even worse with Miyata. You only gonna have what a good like what 4 or 5 rounds, maybe 6 before Miyata gas tank kicks out. But even then, a lot of damage can happen in that time. A lot of it. So it's just I don't know. If I might get that Miyata fight, it's not gonna end well for him. So it's just Hammer now is a nice, decent opponent for the level he's at. And depending on how much Hammer now improved or stayed the same, it could be a good fight. Besides from that, like everybody else from Ippo's early career is retired. Like Okita, like Oda, both are retired. Hayami is just, unless he's took some time off and come back, he's just like he's not doing much with Hayami either. So it's just Vork and Sendo and them was and Miyata and then Mishiba's moved on. Vork beat that Suzuki guy into retirement. Well, there's always Jason Ozma, but there's no guarantee that he still fought after that Ippo fight. He kind of just, he was there. Next thing you know, he's just gone. Yeah, a fight with Jason Ozma would be interesting. It really would. But again, it depends on how much he improves. It depends on that. If it just goes into the same old person, I don't think Imai would face any challenge against Ozma the way Ippo fight. I don't think it's anything like that. But I don't know. There's a specific reason I want Imai to fight Hammer now. It's just like Hammer now got it. Like with a basic blueprint, like without any of the relentless hard work or the pure puncher power, Hammer now does resemble Ippo in some form of way. It does resemble what Imai's been chasing for years. The person he wanted to fight against. And unlike Imai, unlike Itagaki, he took that Miyata approach. Imai never stopped. He just kept going after Ippo retired. It just didn't matter. The next best thing, go after the greatest rivals. And the perfect person to start this whole taking out what Ippo used to know is Yamada Hammer now, because he did represent a part of Ippo. Ippo did teach him that liver blow. He did get somewhere, and it's just even then, even adds more credence to the whole Hammer now thing. Because what if he managed to knock out Hammer now in 1 round, in the first or second round? That would be way faster than what took Ippo to take him out. I think it was like 3 to 4. Way fast. If Itagaki is willing to do it, there's no why Imai's just like don't see the opportunity. But then again, that all hinges on rather if Hammer now is a decent opponent. I don't think Imai can just bone rush Hammer now. That's just not happening. He's not going down like Hoshi did. Because Hoshi got his advantages and his disadvantages, but it's just Hammer now is pretty tough. It's a pretty tough cookie. And again, it's not like I'm underrating Hoshi either. It's just It's something like that older veteran guy that Ippo fought. I think his name was Takei. I don't think he's fighting either, that I recall. Samurai Ryuhei's out of commission as well. Also, we had those 3 other challengers along with Samurai Ryuhei that challenged Ippo back when he was Japanese champion, and then took it back after he beat up someone more. Never found out who those guys were, so it's just like, Imai need a significant fight where it's just like he has made the statement. He's not a Japanese champion. That he is the Japanese champion. Makunuchi's old news. It is just, I don't know. That hammer now thing might do it. Because with Itagaki, people saw it, but it was just Sayeki. And it was just Kurosawa. Kurosawa didn't get a chance to the Dempsero. And Sayeki, well, he lost to Ippo, lost to Sendo, and I say he's a good solid opponent still, but he's also retired. So, besides from the ones with significant names, most of the Ippo generation have died off like Shinoda or Sendo's coach. They just couldn't hang with him anymore. Trying to get too much more out of their careers. So it's just, I really think the fight makes sense. But it is extremely contingent on, well, have Hammer now improved? Have Hammer now gotten better? Playing basketball, really? Nah, just playing a game. But I don't know, that would be a pretty nice fight to see. Hammer now, Ippo's former disciple versus one of Ippo's greatest admirers, Imai. That would be an excellent matchup. It really would. But if he beats him, let's do it better. I'm the guy around here. Because really, now I think about it. Besides from the few glimpses we've seen of Imai, you haven't really seen Mario or Fuji talk about Imai in his boxing career and him defending. Like every time Ippo defended his championship, it was always front page Japanese boxing news, front page of the Japanese boxing magazine. With Imai, as I recall, he's never made it there. He never became front page. He's never became this big thing. Yeah, he never did. So it just, aside from the Mr. 1R and knocking people out, that's just well, that's been it for Mr. Kyosuke. And there's still things, but it's just he's not ready for a Miyata Sendo fight. And I think Antonio Guevara is too far for Miyata for Imai to face now. So it's just like, well, he gonna go against the magician? Is he good enough to go against the magician? Have his IQ improved that much? Who knows? Because aside from them, Wally has been more or less beaten to retirement. Jimmy Fister retired. Was beaten to retirement. Actually, we never found out what happened to that Korean guy that Miyata fought. But besides from that, it's just there's not too many more avenues for Imai to go, really. Cause with every other character, it's just like I'm waiting for development. I'm waiting to see what happens to guy kick. The answer to this slump. We're still waiting what Kimura's final decision of which he's gonna box. Oh no, we already got the answer. He still was gonna box, but it's just how much he's gonna improve. Who knows? Aoki got Shinobu, Tanker target the whole pro debut thing and taking the boxing test. And the great Takamura is the great Takamura, but it's just Imai has done nothing. Hoshi is just we never found out what Sendo said to Hoshi in the corner, so it's just he might have had to take some time off because his sensei says he's not ready yet. You need to do better, son. You need to do better. But Hammer now, Takamura did see him when he was going across his tour across Japan. He did see him. He was there, and he was growing his hair back. But we never got an update on his career. We've never seen what he was doing afterwards. You've never seen how good he was doing, or what he was doing. So it was like, wasn't there recently like the Japanese A-class tourney? We didn't see Hammer now there. It was just I think it was just Imai. That was it, and then I ended up fighting for the Japanese championship. So but then again, there's a lot of characters that show up in the A-class tourney. Cause like when Ippo was fighting, we never saw Samamura. Never. Same thing with the veteran guy, Takei. We never saw him fighting there either. So another case. We never saw that old guy that Aoki fought, but he moved down to Ippo's weight class. Not cool. It was Kojima. Bingo. It wasn't Hito, but it was Kojima. We never saw Kojima in any A-class Chinese either. So it's just, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I do believe that Hammer Now fight for Imai would be interesting. In my opinion, it really would. Because there's a lot that Imai can get from that. There's a lot. Because Ippo passed on a lot to Mr. Bartmichi. He did. But it's not like he's a one-to-one Ippo or anything. But he is the closest that Imai will currently get to it. Aside from fighting himself in the mirror. Aside from fighting himself, there's nobody else who resembles Ippo aside from Hammer Now. That's the only one. Sheer's just a liver blow. And some jabs and stuff. But Hammer Now does have the ability to open up your guard manually. To get in deep. To punish your body inside. But also, didn't like Shinbukuro, that guy from I don't think he was from I don't think he was from Okinawa, but yeah, you know the guy, the short guy who lifted up Ippo from the mat. I think he also retired as well, so it's just like, besides from hyping up some new character, what is Imai going to do with his career? As far as you know, when it comes to boxing technique and his IQ, we have seen no type of improvement. He's just going there bone rushing and trying to knock you out. And he went back and forth with Hoshi in a slugfest, but it's just, they didn't really do much for him. Because I was really hyped to see the improvements, and I just saw the exact same thing. But against Hammer Now, if he was to obliterate him, just outright destroy him like an animal, and just walk away like he's nothing. And then say, well, for his next fight, it'll be somebody outside Japan. Beneath me! He's beneath me! Itagaki is nothing to me anymore. What has he done in his career? Fought slugfest after slugfest as I've been succeeding. So it's just, hey. It could be my belief that Itagaki is old news. Or, the big reveal could have been the next chapter that Imai relinquished the belt and say so there's nothing else for him in Japan. There's nothing else there for him. What else is he gonna do? Who else is there to fight? Everybody else is going out the country or fighting these outside opponents. It's just, even Miyata fought outside opponents, people outside of Japan early in his career. So it's just, there's nothing else in Japan for him. There's no other challenges. He's been knocking out people left and right for like, for like a good 4 or 5 type defenses, including Hoshi. That's nuts. He got more to prove in Japan. Well, what do you think about Itagaki? Him? Oh. He's beneath me. Oh my goodness, no way! That would be, wait, what? No, I know. Oh yeah, he did, yeah, Kobashi retired as well, yeah. So besides from like a Hammer Now, or finally get to catch it with Jason, there's nobody else. So he peels through Hammer Now's wig, destroy him faster than Ippo and more viciously, just like, this guy's a joke, and tell Itagaki that you're beneath me. Oh boy, it's all over. Or another case is, what if something Imai did is more impressive than the Misha Spar thing, and then it's just, well, you know what? Wow, wait, really? Like this guy's the real deal. Eventually there'll only be one face of Japan, and it won't involve Makunouchi, Miyata, and Sendo. You will be all Imai Kyosuke. He will do it all, baby. He will be better than everybody that came before. Hey, it is possible. It is possible. Because besides that, what else can he do? It's not like, well, you know, he's a bad kid. There's no bad what happens to him. He was able to catch up with Wally, for God's sakes, and dedicate an entire arc to him, more or less. And with Vork and the 12,000 chapter woman. And like we've seen the return of Kobashi, Oda, and all these other people. Even Okita came back for a chapter. Ippo's disciple, the first person that Ippo ever taught, the first person he ever taught the liver blow to. And he's just like, well, you know, it was all right. He's not. Now I want to see this fight, damn it. I want to see Imai versus Hammer now. I want to see it now. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. There's only could be one. And he'll be able to do something else that Itagaki haven't managed to do. Prove that there's only one, only one person that truly surpassed Ippo's legacy. The only one person who truly obtained the baton, and that was Imai, the person he never expected to. Say, which I might turn that into a whole video. That every person who's used the baton that was obtained by Dante, as soon as they gave it away, they lost. Very strange. Pretty funny. Cause as soon as Ippo gave it to Itagaki, boom, he goes down. Now Ippo basically lost the accumulated damage he was holding up to the Dante legacy, but yeah. Cause like Dante's son could be a decent opponent for Tei and Kentaro a few years down the line, but that's like a lot of few years down the line. So it's just there's nobody left for him in Japan anymore. There's nobody. Even outside of Japan, they're like the recent area. There's not too much for people for him, unless there's a new Thai boxer that we want to fight. And it could just be that Imai's gone too far for his own good. Cause he's obviously not ready for Ippo, for like Miyata or Sendo. That's not happening. Well, especially not for Sendo. Sendo got a fight coming up, and Miyata, well, that would be an interesting fight to see, but I just don't see him winning it. I just don't. Well, a little bit more overall thoughts about the whole Imai Kyosuke situation and where can he go from here? Because aside from Mr. Hammer now taking out another Ippo disciple, there's not much else left from Japan, as far as you would tell. It's just like nobody. Everybody a part of Ippo generation, he's fault. He's more or less retired. Hung up the gloves. Beaten in the retirement. Giving everything they got to the sport. Every single one of them. Now, there always could be a secret guy there. Like how Ippo thought he was ready, but you know, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about that. We currently don't have nobody like that. And a new character can always show up, of course, but it's just, What about instead of Ippo staying behind, what if Ippo actually took the jump and took on somebody else outside the country earlier, around that time? Yeah. Maybe we get to see how that turns out with Imai. Who knows? But that Hammer Now fight is looking more and more interesting every passing day. I remember when I first thought of it, it's like there's nobody else, but there's one person we haven't seen for years. Barshmichi's out there. And last we checked up on it, he was a decent, solid opponent, and he was winning. Ruggedly. Wait, think about it. Think about this. Hammer Now bulldozed his way up to a Japanese championship, opened up people in guards, punching them in their solar plexus, putting his body through hell to get to Ippo, which is very similar to what Imai did to take out Itagaki. How he relentlessly hit his head against the post to get enough power, get enough strength to push Itagaki and a hammer on him to destroy him. Similar to what Hammer Now tried to do to Ippo when he kept punching him in his solar plexus. The parallels are becoming strong. This Hammer Now fight must happen. They both got that drive and ambition to surpass or to be better than Ippo. They both got it. Now I think about it, everybody who's trained under the Monk and Yuchi have that drive to eventually fight him. Every single one of them. Everybody that has been inspired or looked up to Ippo smacked them gloves out of his hands. Like, what you gonna do about it? And Ippo smacked him and took Teihei out of commission instantly. So now I think about it, every single person, every single one of them that has ever been trained by the Ippo eventually wanted to fight him. And apparently the smack to Teihei had Kentaro changing his life careers. He turned into a good boy after that. He became a real good boy after that. Oh, he shaped up real quick. But yeah, every single one of them wanted to, every single person Ippo inspired wanted to fight him. Everyone, actually, it's not like the Great Takumura. Because Aoki Kimura knew better that they could beat him. Never. But for Itagaki and Mai and Hammer now, they have all believed that, hey, they all decided to size up Ippo and say, I can take him. Now Hammer, Mr. Yamada did, hey, look, he believed the dream until he got put to sleep, alright? Before the fight, he was scared, but when we start putting the punches on him, I can't do it. I can't beat him. This is what I wanted. Let's do this, master! They got put to the good night. So, and that is an interesting parallel that Hammer now and Imai both tried to force their opponents into the corner. You've already seen the two shape. Like that's the, there gotta be one disciple that ruled them all. All right, there has to be one. Now, sure, Imai never Ippo never directly chained Imai, but he truly did inspire him. And the only person watching that Ippo tape more than Itagaki was Imai. Only difference was Imai wanted blood, and Itagaki wanted to learn from her. But I didn't think about that. Like, every single one of them wanted to fight Ippo. Like, Ippo got some horrible luck. What's just wrong with her? Like, not even Hoshi wanted to fight Sendo. Actually, correction. But like, say, no. That's the difference between sparring and fighting somebody. Hoshi was sparring with Sendo. Hoshi never said, well, I can beat him. I can take him out. Yeah, I've been sizing him up this whole time. But yeah. I tried to beat his times better. I tried to fight similar opponents. I wanted it all. I know, man. This Hammer now fight is looking pretty tasty. That might be on pay-per-view. I might want to see that fight. Cause the parallels are strong, especially how they both tried to take out Itagaki and Ippo with the exact same thing. Target punches to not allow them to start up. Ippo overcame it. Itagaki failed to it. What happens when you put one Ippo disciple versus the other one? Like with Imai there, like with Imai is no with Imai. With Itagaki was different. That was Ippo versus Miyata 2 with a new generation. But Imai versus Hammer now is an Ippo versus an Ippo. Not a Sendo. An Ippo. I gotta see this fight. There only could be one Ippo disciple to rule them all. Imai versus Hammer now. Mano a mano. One-on-one. Japanese championship. Let's do it. Only one man can survive. And we've already seen what happens when people try to fake to be a disciple and want to fight Ippo. As Itagaki would put, as Imai would put it, we already saw what happened with Itagaki. So this guy here doesn't stand a chance, man. Who knows? All you guys' thoughts and opinions about Imai, how his career could go from here. Could it be that Itagaki was reacting to news of Imai doing something big? Or, what will Imai do in his future career? If you have to be like, comment, subscribe, and peace.